Hello everyone, we are starting soon. Only I'm confirming the live is okay and video, audio, everything is okay. We are starting right now the announcement of publication of the 50 fundamentals of delay analysis. And I will go quickly through 10 of these fundamentals today and I will publish the full file. Please bear with me. We are starting right now. Okay, today I'm going to publish the 50 fundamentals of delay analysis. I'm going to present 10 of these fundamentals right now, and the full file will be published and shared with everybody. This 50 fundamentals of delay analysis and extension of time claims is going through multiple sections. And purpose of these fundamentals, the delay related topics, the approaches, how we validate the program and doing enhancements. One of the debatable topics is the concurrent delay and delay analysis approaches for the concurrent delay. Non-schedule approaches, this is also one of the additions. I'll go to the reference from where I started this evaluation of the analysis and some special cases. And after that, we'll go to the extension of time claim principles, extension of time claim, submittal, and professional certificates. I will start now going through these items and all these topics. I'm going to share now the presentation. Of the delay analysis fundamentals. This is the first version. As some of you know, I published before the fundamentals for planning and scheduling, 50 fundamentals for planning and scheduling, more than 10 years ago, and it started on 2013 with some updates and versions. And the other fundamentals I shared before is also the construction contracts fundamentals, 50 fundamentals of construction contracts. Both are in Arabic and English with different files, but this time it will be included in the same file. These are the 50 fundamentals going through 10 sections. As I told you right now, the titles of the section. So we'll go to the introduction, the delay related topics, the delay analysis approaches. I'm going to using the references of ACE, because if ACE is, you can say, it's one of the best technical references for the delay analysis approaches, with more details for the validation protocols, the implementation protocol, along with other references to go also contractually from SCL, Site of Construction Law Protocol, and from other key references, as I will show after a few slides. Then we have this validation, one of the key things added by the ACE, and it's very useful and helpful. I try to summarize it here, the concurrent delay with the approaches and recommendation. It was my dissertation, the LLM, the Master of Construction Law. I'm civil engineer. I am working as planning and project management consultant. I have also the Master in Construction Law, Master of Business Administration, and few project management certificate, including member of RICS, Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors. Well, I'm adding here non-schedule approaches, evaluation and special cases, then the details of extension of time claim, starting with the principles and the claim submittal, and finally some professional certificates. Are you ready? Let's go. Starting from section 1, the delay analysis definition elements, purpose of contractual extension of time mechanism, why it's included inside the contract. Starting from the definition, why we are doing delay analysis and what's delay analysis doing. Delay analysis is quantifying the delay. Quantifying the delay in order to determine the entitlement. So it's quantification with the responsibility, with causation and responsibility. So it is not only quantification, but because after the project completion for some retrospective approaches, we'll know what the delay of the project. But here you quantify with causation to say which party is responsible for what amount of the delay to determine the entitlement of the parties, like the extension of time and prolongation cost. In order to do so, it goes through multiple items, including the event and the responsibility. What are the delay events, the responsibility of them, and how also to identify and determine the causation, the cause and the effect with the causal link, the delay quantification. If we say this is a delay event and it makes the contractor entitlement to extension of time. So what's the duration and of this entitlement? So we need to quantify this duration, how to submit a full extension of time claim, the components of any claim, and finally the determination to take the decision and make it, and in case of disagreement, what's going to happen. Section 2 is going through the delay and critical path, who owns the flow, types of delay events, mitigation, acceleration, pacing, prolongation, cost, and disruption. And at the end of this section, we will draw like a network. We'll start with a simple network, and at the end of the section, we will include all of this in a one network of the delay related items. So this is the simple network at the beginning to say what the types of delay events and excusability, if it is excusable or not excusable. If we'll go SCL, we will find the delays like contractor risk event if it is by the contractor, and it will be inexcusable, so there's no extension of time entitlement. And the excusable events will cause extension of time entitlement, like if it is employer or neutral and concurrent. So now we have these four types of events. One of them is inexcusable, the contractor, and the other three are excusable. After the excusability, we can go to the compensability, if it is compensable or not. Normally, if it is only employer, the sole delay is by the employer, it will be compensable. If it is concurrent or neutral, normally also will be non-compensable, unless if the concurrent can be segregate the cost or the employer delay increase more than the contractor delay, it will be compensable for these variants. And here with this hierarchy, I have added the mitigation duty on the contractor, the pacing cases, the types of acceleration, directive, constructing, voluntary, and disruption, as it may cause a delay and may cause a critical delay. After that, the core of the fundamentals are the approaches. Now we have the delay analysis approaches, and we can see there are many common names of the approaches, and the ACE tried to fix this or to come over this by their classification and taxonomy. It's one of the important and well organized classification. So here we'll start with defining the international approaches from the international references. What are the key classification of prospective and retrospective, and what the benefits of both, and when we are going to use each of them. What are the standard contract forms saying prospective time impact analysis, the steps of implementation, retrospective observational, retrospective modeled additive, and retrospective modeled subtractive, and finally selecting the appropriate delay analysis approach. I checked all of these references: RICS, Association of Society of Civil Engineers, USA, some books from authors and great authors, and also the SCL protocol, the disruption protocol, the ACA recommended practices of prospective time impact analysis, and forensic schedule analysis for the retrospective. And I found many classification inside these references, like they are, some of them are saying and classifying them to additive, subtractive, analytical, theoretical, and actual based, prospective or retrospective. And one of the best references is the ACE, their classification, and also the SCL, Site of Construction Law Protocol, for the legal and contractual issues. So I'll focus on these two and these fundamentals. Using prospective and retrospective, when we are going to use each of them. The prospective is very important and interest of business. Why it's interest of business? Because the parties will know at this time, at early time, because prospective we are analyzing the delay and granting the extension of time in early stages, after the near or close to the timing of the event. So in this case, the project not yet completed, but the parties know the new completion date, and now it is fixed with a new completion date. So the obligation of the contractor is not at large. The obligation is of the contractor now is to a new date. This new date, the contractor will arrange the resources accordingly, will know when he will be subject to delay damages or LDs. Also the client, the benefit of the client, will know when the project is completed and when it's going to be for operation. Arrange also things accordingly. This things the perspective and the language of the content going for this perspective. I see there is an issue with the live. We're still streaming. I hope it's going well. After that, the retrospective analysis. The retrospective, normally it comes after the fact, after the project is delayed. So in this case, it moved the assessment from the foresight to hindsight. So we are now not projecting the delay. Now we are analyzing the delay, what's happened actually. So here it can give more clarity for the analysis, more data about the subsequent measures happened to the project. So it can be helpful, and sometimes they are using it to support the perspective. But in case of the language of the contract, going to perspective, so it's preferred to do the perspective, and after that retrospective can support, based also on the contractual terms. And in cases of, if we go to the cases of like arbitration or court after the project completion, so they may use the retrospective or use also as a supportive approach. We'll see if I can share the live from other reference. Or from other source. After that, the validation enhancements, going to the critical path and enhancement, concurrent delay, non-schedule with the reference from SCL, item 11.7, evaluation and special cases, going with focus on the common sense and the role of the commons. In this regard, the claim principles and the entitlement is a prerequisite to check the contract compliance and doing the DNA analysis, the extension of time claim, content index, and in case of disagreement, we'll go to dispute resolution, because I get many questions about this. What we'll do if it's not agreed? What we'll do if we need to agree in everything step by step until we are reaching some agreement? Otherwise, it will become crystallized dispute and go to the disputes. Thank you. I'm publishing it soon, and thank you for your attendance.